how do we get into this mindset then of selfish to be selfless? That's what the rest of this is going to get into. Okay. So, number one, you need to first establish a purpose and then a vision. Let's quickly run through this. We've said this many times before. The reason you need a purpose that's deep and emotional to you, that's selfish to you, is because you do things for emotional reason, right? We do things to change how we feel. We don't do things just to obtain. For example, we've talked about this with values before. If you want to earn a lot of money, why? How is that going to change how you feel? If it doesn't change how you feel, that's where you see a lot of people who accomplish a lot, have a lot, but don't feel anything, right? They don't feel fulfilled. If you want to be one of the best athletes in the world, you got to ask yourself, why do I want that? Right? If you're a business professional, why are you going to work a very high-end demanding job? Is it for the personal status? Is it for the fact that you want to provide for your family? And this is what I wanted to say about purpose, because I think a lot of people get this wrong. There are multiple purposes that will obviously motivate you and shift you emotionally and push you as to why you want something. I think it's naive to think that you want to be one of the best in the world and you have a family sitting there and you're not caring about your family, right? Like that's the reality of it. You want to provide for others eventually. You want to take care of them. So what the first thing you need to do with all of this right now is, and you can write down and start your transformation here. Why do you really want to go into this sport or this team? Or this organization. Forget about the coach, forget about the environment. Why do you want it? Why do you want to be successful in this industry, market, niche, sport, whatever it is? Why do you want to be successful? What are all the amazing things that you want to experience and feel in life as a result of being the best you possibly can? So you can take a sec right now and answer that. You look like you were going to weigh in on something.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you find the purpose and the reasoning for it, for what you're doing. Like, find what best suits you for that season, for that moment. Like, obviously, it's a stepping stone for some people, especially for younger athletes or anyone that's making those first few jumps in their career. But find what it is for you. What would you say? Maybe the next year?
What the purpose is?
Yeah.
I would say the big picture.
Big
Doesn't
picture.
just it can be a mixture of the year as well, but this is why we're saying you have so many of them, right? You have so many different purposes. There's big picture focuses, there's shorter term focuses, there's, all of that, but all of it, if it comes back to purpose and it means something to you, this is what really matters, what I'm saying here, when it means something to you. So you got to challenge yourself and ask yourself, is it really shifting my emotion though? If it's not shifting how you feel, it's probably going to be a short-lived purpose. But if it is for this year and you want to feel like you've accomplished something because last year you had a bad year, that's okay. You can have that purpose because you're feeling positive now. You're feeling, more accomplished. You're feeling more successful. That's a great purpose to chase, right? But you're chasing feeling something. Don't just chase results, chase feeling something, right? Now, the second part to this, you've got to have a vision of three things. Number one, who you want to be at the end of this year. Forget about the team, forget about the coach, forget about the leader. Who do you want to be this year? Secondly, you got to ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish this year personally? And then the last part you got to ask yourself is, how do I want to impact others? These three things, who do I want to be? It's going to directly impact and work on your vision or your identity of who you want to be this year. So this is where we look at it. This is what we start all of our athletes and business professionals with, where we say, who do you want to be? Describe that person at the end of this year. I want to be more disciplined. I want to be, a leader on this team or in this organization. I want to be somebody that is able to consistently deliver results. Those are great. Come up with a list. I would say no more than 10, no less than 3. Do the same thing for what you want to accomplish this year. I would even say for what you want to accomplish, I would keep that list even shorter, because what you'll realize is if you can find 3 good things, those 3 good things will span into a bunch of other ones. Right? That way it simplifies things and you have a specific topic. And the last part of how you want to impact others, this list is where you can open it up again and make it wide. 3 to 10 ways. Can you be a better leader? Can you be a support system? I was talking to one of our NFL players the other day, and I'm sure he'll be smiling if he listens to this, but we literally had a session talking about the importance behind a 5-minute conversation he needed to have with one of his teammates. This guy's a leader on his team, with one of his teammates in the locker room, because this individual was struggling. But that came from the vision of how he could impact others when we went through this exact session. Quickly, the selfish to be selfless, let's go with that, right? So selfishness right there, who do I want to be? What do I want to accomplish? And then the how is the selflessness. Okay, so now that I know who I want to be, now that I know what I want, how's that going to impact others? How can I impact others? See? You have to have this selfish mentality first to grow before you can impact other people. So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch a full podcast episode, click right here.